everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my continued playthrough of Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, where we are playing right now in Chapter 2 in this spoiler-filled playthrough of this really good role-playing style board game. And we're going to get right to it with a recap of what happened last turn, which wasn't as eventful as some of the other turns we've had, but it was definitely things happened. So let's talk about it. So, as our heroes, Bior, Aliyah, and Arev considered going back to Titan Steps to raise another Menhir with the power they've gathered, an unnatural chill came over the land and made it frigidly cold. So they knew that they had to get back to a settlement, or the cold would actually hurt them, and they didn't want that to happen. So they gathered some food. Bior did an amazing job at gathering food resources to meet the other heroes back in the Whitening. In the meantime, we had some encounters along the way. Some things happened. You can watch the previous episode if you want to see what happened. There were some fights and some stuff, and we had to do some diplomacy, which we did do. We did successfully, and Bior arrived back in the town there, the settlement, with some food to meet Aliyah and Arev. When they arrived back, they had to deal with a scenario where the people of the Whitening didn't want them there, so they had to call upon the law of hospitality to make their case. They successfully did so, and were able to get some aid from the people of Whitening while they're preparing to move north to Titan's Steps. Now, what's happening there is we only got a couple turns left before the Menhir in the Whitening goes dark on us. And I think that based on time and what we have to do, we may have to let that happen. So that's the highest level recap I could give you, because like I said, not as much happened. We had some challenges, we had some fights, we had to deal with some things, and we had this unnatural chill, so we all gathered in the Whitening so we wouldn't take damage, injury from the cold weather. And now we're going to get on to our next turn. So thank you, and let's get to it with our start of the day phase. Now, in the start of the day phase, we're going to remove an expired Menhir. We don't have one of those. Then we're going to reduce all the times on the Menhir. Currently only have one Menhir running. This is this fine fellow here. We are currently on a 2. We're going to reduce that to 1. And that's where he's at. He's got basically 2 turns left before he burns out. We can reignite him, come back and re-energize him again. And we might do that, but we'll have to see. Next up, we're going to reveal the next event card. So there's only one left. Let's see what that does for us. Alright, this is going to be very interesting. Let's see what it says here for us. You press on with your search, but something feels off. You keep looking over your shoulder, unable to shake the feeling that you've attracted the attention of something sinister. Gain a part of something is watching a status. Your quest has started to attract attention. Various actions may add further marks to this status. If at any point you have all 4 marks, find and resolve special event C immediately. Okay, we don't have to do that right now. Put this card back on top of the event deck, then place 7 -1 per player random events on it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get out the sheet here, our sheet of things that we have accomplished in our pen, and we have to mark the a segment of, any segment apparently, of the status something is watching, right? So here it is, status of something is watching. I don't think it matters. It doesn't say which one we mark, so I'll just mark the first one. So we have a point in that, and then we're going to take 7 -1 per player, so we'll be taking 4 random event cards and placing them on this deck. Let me get the random event cards that I've already used out. We're going to place them back into here and shuffle them up and place 4, because we have 3 players. We're going to do 7 -1 per player, so 4 on top of the deck here. I'm just shuffling the heck out of this and see what we get. Okay, that looks good. We're going to do 1. I'll even cut it again just because I like the randomness. 2, do it again, 3, and 4. There we go. There is our new event deck all ready to go, with that one we know is going to give us something not so good on the bottom. And then for completing the end of the day, we would also or the beginning of the day rather, we'd also move guardians and pick items. We don't have to worry about that because we don't have enough items to worry about or anything, or there's no guardians on the board. That means we're going to start our day, which means our characters Bior, Aaliyah, and Arev are going to take their actions. We already know what we're doing. So all three of them are going to take first a travel action. Just to remind you, that will cost them 1 energy. So that means that Bior will go down to 5, Aaliyah will go down to 5, and Arev will go down to 5. And they will all three move to the Tangle Root. Now, they don't have to do anything there. They could take the action of gathering food, but we're okay right now. Everybody's got at least 2 food. And Bior has 5, so we're all right. Then they're going to take that travel action again, putting Bior down to 4, Aaliyah down to 4, and Arev down to 4, and they're all moving to Titan Step. And once there, they're going to work as a group to bring up the Menhir that's there. It says requires all characters, and the Menhir writes secret card, which we have. We're going to pay 2 energy and 2 magic per player. Arev has to pay 3 total, so we're going to have to give up some magic here because he is cursed. And activating a Menhir costs 1 extra magic. Then we're going to place the new Menhir model on this location and set its dial to 8 -1 per player. That's not great, but it is what it is. So let's do that. Okay, I got them mostly in sight here so you can see just about everything we're doing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend, let's see, we got to spend 2 energy, so we're going to do that. That's going to put Tim down to 2. He's not going to be spending any more this turn. She will go down to 2. This is about all we're going to do this entire action right there. So 2 there. And then we have to spend, it's 2 magic per player. So she will spend 2. There's her 2 magic. Bior will spend 2. That's his 2 magic. Arev will also spend 2, but then Bior will spend another 1 in order to raise the Menhir to help cover the cursed problem of Arev and the magic. And that will be all the costs that we have to spend to raise this Menhir. And there is the new Menhir raised in Titan's Step. Now I'm going to have to move the board around a little bit because we're going to have to put out some new locations, and that's pretty cool. The Titan Step Menhir is, well, we're not going to put out that many more. It looks like we're going to put out a whopping 2 new locations because there is nothing up that way, I don't think. I think we're at the top of the map that we can currently get to. But we'll see. I got to move some things around and we'll get right back to it. And here we are. Okay, so we've revealed 2. As the weirdness departs back from the Menhir, we've revealed 2 new locations. The Plagued Burrow and the Dark Morass. So not Camelot yet. Camelot's still a little bit this way to go, which makes some sense if you look at the map, because it shows a gap between like the farm. There's the first farmhold. There's this gap there that goes across to Camelot. So there's something here. Then we're going to get. I think Camelot's right over here somewhere. We'll have to see, but we don't know that yet, and we're not going to get to know that until we bring the Menhir up in this region. We'll have to see what that takes. Obviously, getting Menhirs going is kind of challenging. We do almost have the ability to bring back the Menhir in the Whitening. We'll have to see if we can pull that off. I don't know. We'll have to. We'll try. We'll see if we can do that. But right now, that's what we've accomplished. And by the way, we've really used all of our energy. Nobody wants to be exhausted, so we're going to stop there. Now, we don't have anything that's hurting us today. There's no weird event cards or anything going on. So I think that this is a safe place to stop. I think that we will be okay. I'm just going to clean up my cards around here so we're not going crazy. Now, you know, I still have a quest, right, to do all this stuff. And we do have a task, right? We got a new task of taking the scabbard and reach the Tomb of the Order with Excalibur's scabbard. I don't know where the Tomb of the Order is, but we'll figure it out. It might be this place down here. I'm not sure. We'll see though, because see, you got the Sword Coast. There's the island. There's the tree. That's this derelict fleet. So right over from there, though there's no way to get there currently, might be that location. It might be coming from like right here. We'll have to see when we get down there. I don't know. Okay, but you know, in a little bit we're going to lose these locations over here. I'm actually okay with that. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that for now, because we're not going to head that direction anyway at the moment. But it is what it is. Okay, so let's go to our end of day phase. All right, let's do it. Okay, so the end of the day phase, we have to consume a food and rest, so I'm going to do that off camera. Everybody is going to get consume a food, so there's one for Aaliyah and one for Arev. Bior had 5 food, so I'm going to put the blue cube back and give him 4 back into his pool. So he's doing pretty good. And then what that means is we're going to heal. That's good because Aaliyah actually needed to heal. So she went up 1. She's at 6 hit points now. And then we're going to restore everybody's energy and lose any terror that they have. Nobody has any terror, not even Aaliyah right now, so we're okay. And that means they're all going to go up to 6 energy. Aaliyah will go up to 7. She's back to her full energy capacity. And that's basically what happened at the end of the day there. Nobody was exhausted. We don't have to worry about that. We advanced characters by spending experience points. We could spend experience points to get more cards in Aaliyah's deck. Might be worth getting a diplomacy card or 2, but I think we'll hold on to it for just a moment. We need 2 experience points. She has 3. 2 experience points to get a new card. I'm really trying to get their stats up. I think that has much more value than just getting cards right now. Though I don't know. I mean, I don't know all the cards, so it's hard for me to say. They got a lot of cards, guys. There's a lot of cards. And there might be some really good, valuable cards. And we do need her to be able to do better diplomacy because she's the best one to do it. Maybe I'll do that. Let's do it. Let's spend her 2 of her experience points getting new cards. Okay, so here's her experience. She's got 2. We're going to take her. We're going to do it in diplomacy. She's going to get a couple of 3 diplomacy cards. We're going to get to pick one. I don't know how well mixed up these are, so I think it's good because I think we've done some things, but we'll just go crazy and draw from different places. This will go back in a moment. Let's see what she's got. Intoxicating Brew. This is one of her special cards. Toss a dial. Grail side it goes up 2. Skull side it goes down 1. You lose a rep. Also has a lot of bolts on it. Captivating Dance. We've seen this one. That looks pretty good. Go, Aaliyah, go. She's looking all sexy with her staff. We flip a dial and lose an energy when we use this card, but look, there's a lot of opportunities to go up. And we got Sweet Lies. I've had that. I don't really want Sweet Lies. I'm really thinking about Intoxicating Brew that would allow her to go up twice. That's pretty good. It's got some good traits there. So does this one, though. Look at that. All kinds of traits. But we're losing energy. And if we lose a card, we lose a rep. This one's got a better chance. I think we're going to take this one, the Intoxicating Brew. It means these 2 will go back. I'll put them on the bottom. We'll shuffle it up again. And this goes into her diplomacy deck, which we'll just give a quick shuffle to. Alright, well that was worth it. A new card for her, and I'm not going to take any cards out of her deck at this point, or replace a card. We could do that at another moment. We're not going to do it now. Okay, so we modified our decks. We just did that. And we're not going to modify it any further, and then we're going to see if there's any dreams. Titan Step has no dreams, and we're not going insane, so that's going to be the end of the night phase, or the end of day phase, rather. And that will be the start of a new day. That was a rather quick episode, but I'm trying to keep them down to 1 full day cycle at a time, because some of them can be long, and this one's going to be particularly short. In the next episode, we'll be visiting the Plagued Burrow and the Dark Morass. I am going to continue this absolutely until we finish Chapter 2, and we know what the quest is. We have the Chapter 2 quest right here that we have to complete. Once we get to one of these, we will probably break for the season of this. So we'll call it Season 1 of Tainted Grail, and I'll try and come back to it. But that's going to end this episode for now, so thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and if you want to get notified of these continued adventures, hit the little bell, and you will be. So thanks, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, all.